What's up, fam? Welcome to another episode of Breaking Impossibilities. We got a special guest, a special edition. As you see, it's all business tonight. We are here with my family man, Demario Brown. As you know him on Instagram, HotBoyTwin, and he's here. He is the CEO of Your First Choice Solutions. He got all the solutions for your problems, and he's going to tell us all about it, all the great things he's doing in the community today, and how he's going to help people with their problems. Welcome to the show, my good brother.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. Glad to have me on here, man.
Absolutely, absolutely. So, man, as we are here and breaking the possibilities, man, where we help people grow and break those impossibilities, you know what I'm saying? We use real life stories to do that. And that's why I thought it was a perfect fit for you to come on here, man. Right now, like you talk a lot of really good stuff on Instagram, like you really showing out for the community, you helping people. Like, and some of the things that you've been saying have just been really like hitting people on the outside, but really it's like really making sense because it's like what they like ain't nobody saying what you saying, man. So you want to tell us a little bit about like where's all this coming from?
Now that I got y'all attention, well, basically, it's like out here when we grew up, everybody always agreed to everybody. And I'm the underdog. So that's what always helped me win. So I like to tell the truth and what's people scared to tell. A lot of people don't like to tell because they worried about what everybody else go think about them. But me personally, I really don't care about that because the message is a message. Now, a lot of people don't like the delivery, but it is what it is. If you can get something from it, that's cool. If not, take it and throw it in the gutter.
Absolutely, absolutely. A lot of the things that we've been through in life, you know what I'm saying, coming from East Oakland, growing up, two-parent home, there's a lot of different things that you've seen in your life and stuff like that. But like, what are some of the things that you went through to get to where you at today?
I definitely overcame adversity. Like you said, yes, I did come from a two-parent home, but sometimes everybody might think that that's the best place to come from, but you actually is more harder. My mom was a minister, evangelist, and my dad was actually a Berkeley police cop. And he actually retired at an early age, but he always was working, but he was very strict in our house. But the fact that we growing up in East Oakland and we surrounded by a neighborhood of poverty and drugs and murder and prostitution and anything you can name, you can see it just looking out your front window. You gonna be succumbed to peer pressure, or you'll just be acting like you blind and can't see.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what are some of the things that you going through when you was young, that kind of shaped the things that you going through? Like, tell us a little bit about your childhood coming up. Like, what are some things that really like molded you into the person you are today?
Responsibility was I was taught at an early age, and being clean and being a man at an early age, because at the simple time, my parents, they always told us like, one lie leads to another, but the truth will always be the truth. So I had to be honest early of who I am and what I want to do. But growing up, you would see like people coming in the hood, and they come not from there, and they'll capitalize and make the money in the hood because they open up all of the businesses, all of the liquor stores, all of the dry cleaners, all of the pizza places, all of the check cashing places, all of the smoke shops, cigarette shops back then we were called, all of the penny candy stores. So, I took entrepreneurial skills at an early age because my mom also was an entrepreneur. She was a child care provider. She was a foster parent, and she also was a social worker. And she did so many different things, and she had a cleaning service. So she actually got me in the cleaning service business. So I actually started my first cleaning service when I was 17 years old.
So you was in entrepreneurship at a really young age.
Yes.
Okay, and what happened with that cleaning business? Like, what was it that put you in that position to do something like that?
The cleaning service, well, my mom always took me to work with her when I was like 5, 6 years old, and she was like, "Hey, just work with me. I'm gonna show you what to do, but I pay you like maybe $6 or $7 by the end of the day." And back then in the early '80s, that was a lot of money. So to a kid 5, 6 years old, and you knowing how to clean, actually good because she taught us how to do that.
Yeah.
So I just kept wanting to go to work with her. And I was the only one because my other brothers was doing other things, but I seen it because I kept like kind of stacking that little $5, $6, $7. And every time we went to the store, I actually had money to buy certain things that I wanted. So of course it made me say, hey, I can really get into this kind of business. But of course, coming outside, you get sidetracks for the vision real quick.
Absolutely, absolutely. And what was those side tracks?
Man, your friend running around the corner, he probably got a nice pretty girl and he telling you he having sex and they smoking weed and he might got a little 25 little automatic little pistol and, you know, he's selling crack and he probably got a car he hiding around, so you get triggered to saying like, dang, you got all that, how did you get it? So it's almost like peer pressure, what they called it.
What's up, family? You know content is currency. And with Kraken Media, the #1 Bay Area video marketing agency that creates high-impact videos, ads, and clips that drive attention and result and creates real business attention. They have nationwide services. All you have to do is DM Kraken Media and let them know Breaking Impossibilities sent you to get the best deal possible. Back in the day, like, you know what I'm saying, coming up where we come from in East Oakland, like, that was the norm.
It sure was.
Right? It was like we seen that, and that's what was like, oh, memorizing that. Like, we wanted to do that. Like, that was like, okay, that's what everybody's doing. That's what I need to get on. Right? We're going to follow the herd. We're going to be a part of this because I'm not going to get left behind. I'm going to be up just like them. They got the money. They got the cars. They got the girls. Like, how do I get that? I'm stuck at home. Got to go to school every day. What's that mindset looking like? I'm feeling like a loser.
Right. Absolutely. We was definitely figuring like that, but once when they ended up showing you the ropes and stuff, you say, how can you get on? And you'll find a way, and once you get outside, it's over.
Yeah.
You don't want to go back in the house, but we had to come back in the house when the street lights came on. And Pop's like, man, I can't call y'all, but y'all know when it's like 7:30, y'all need to get in the house. But of course, we in East Oakland, so that definitely didn't last too long.
7 o'clock, boy, I tell you. Hey, I swear I was just on this tip. I was just talking to somebody last night. Actually, I was sharing at a meeting. And I was talking to the people there, and I was letting them know, like, you know what I mean? I didn't have any supervision growing up. You know what I mean? Moms was in prison. My grandma was there. Like, there was no supervision.
Yes.
I was left at my own devices. And what I wanted to do, I didn't want to go to school. I wanted to go to the corner. I wanted to, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to learn how to get the bag, right? And for me, all my grandma used to tell me is that you ain't got to come home. You ain't got to do nothing. I just need you to ride by my window at 7 o'clock every night and scream, I'm alive. Just say, hey, grandma, whatever. So I know you still alive and you still out there.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even like come in with the street lights on because I didn't have no supervision. I didn't have no rules. Like, I was buck wild, rebellious. You know what I mean? Didn't have both parents in my home. Like, those are the things that I had to grow up with. And for me to get into a position that, you know what I mean, was like any type of responsibility, I still be budging at it today. Because it's like, it's not the norm for me. You know what I mean?
No, I definitely agree. You basically had it on your own, so you had to figure it out, and you was out there. But that turned you to the man that you is because you had to learn those lessons. Like, okay, I'm outside, but this is what I'm here to do. But I'm sure you figured a couple ways to get a couple dollars as well, because you wasn't outside doing nothing now.
Oh, absolutely not. Not at all. No, for sure. Like, I remember I used to ask my grandma for some money, and she didn't have no money because she spent it all on beer.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I need a couple dollars to get a red hot burrito from the corner store.
For like 50 cents or something, huh?
Yeah, for $1.
Oh, okay. It was one of them. I remember those red hot burritos. Those real burritos. Yeah, in the pack.
You get the little turf meal with the chips. You put the Cheetos inside. You get the little 50-cent juice. You know what I'm saying?
$2, you got a whole meal. I definitely remember that, though. See, but we grew up in the same era, though. So definitely, though. You see, and you can go over there where you was from, over there by Island Market or somewhere. And then you can go to the meat department or something. Or they had a little hot link sandwich or something.
I was just about to say the hot link sandwich.
You get your little hot link sandwich for like $2 at Island Market with the 25-cent soda.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I remember that. That was good.
Yes,
you can't buy nothing for 25 cents these days.
Man, you can't. I remember when I was young, they used to talk about the movies used to be 10 cents. I'd be like, the hell, 25 cents, and the gum, a pack of gum was like 10 cents. I'd be like, damn, that's crazy. And we used to trip off of like paying 50 cents for a juice, 25 cents for a juice, 50 cents for a soda, and 35 cents for a bag of chips. Now them little bag of chips is like $1, almost $2.
Man, for some crumbs, for 1.5 ounce bag of chips. Because I'm a math man, right?
Yeah.
So I like to say, like, how many of these bags of chips used to be like the 69-cent grab bag? You know what I mean? So basically, 2 or 3 of those bag of chips we used to get for 69 cents. Now, like you said, you pay $1 for one of them.
Oh my God! See,
inflation,
like inflation, capitalism, all of that. You know what I mean? I like numbers too, and I'm big on it, man. So it's like just trying to figure out what's the next best move. You know what I mean? So 17, You got your own cleaning business. And I know you talked about your friend, going around the corner, got all of these nice things. Was you dibbling and dabbling? Was you out there? What was your introduction to the streets?
Oh man, yeah, because we fast forwarded. I actually, all my family on my mom's side was all hustlers.
Yeah.
They was from Sobrani Park, Brookfield, High Street, Funktown,
Yeah.
85th, 98th, you name it, C Street, D Street. You know what I'm saying? The 77-1, like I got a big family and everybody was hustling. So we always went over our auntie's house and our uncle's house, and there was always something slick going on. Dag Village, shout out to my people down there in Dag Village, everywhere. So we kind of started peeping what they was doing, kind of shooting dice and stuff. And sometimes we might run into their stash or something like that. So they was riding in mini trucks and 5.0s and Mustangs and Cougars and Candy Benzes and Lexuses and Legends.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you know what? Every time they pulled up, they on golds and stuff. And they was riding clean. And I knew right then, I need to be riding like that. But what they doing? Because if I look at it, you can look at the rest of the people, they wasn't living like they was living. They was having old school finger waves in their car and 4-finger rings and Rolex watches and stuff. So what I ended up doing was I just be quiet and I was listening, and I figured out they was actually selling crack in the city of East Oakland. Now, everybody know what crack did. It destroyed a lot of people. It destroyed our whole community, but it made a lot of people wealthy. I didn't say rich. It made a lot of people wealthy.
Yeah.
And those same crack dealers and family members was actually neighborhood heroes because they took care of the whole community.
For sure.
If somebody was getting in some trouble or whatever, they was the people to resolve the issues. So they was actually neighborhood superstars. And when they came around, they gave all of the kids $5 and $10 and $20. When school time came around, you know what I'm saying? They took the kids who was unfortunate school shopping and buying them clothes and if they had to buy books or give them lunch money, you know what I'm saying? But it was rules to it, you know what I mean? So they also told them same school kids that was trying to hustle, hey, y'all cool and all, because my cousins did to me when I got in the game.
But your
ass out of here till school is out. You cannot hustle right now. My cousin used to come and say, hey, get up out of here. You know what I mean? So they had structure, so we looked up to them. So that's what we said, you know what? I want to get in this game, but it still wasn't easy. But I ended up starting at about 11 years old because I kind of snuck in it through the back door.
And man, I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that, bro, because at the end of the day, like, when you say they were our neighborhood superheroes, they were our neighborhood big brothers, it's like people don't understand that looking from the outside to the end.
No, they don't.
They don't understand that. Like, yeah, I get it. Like, I'm not taking away how crack, meth, and all of that just really destroyed a lot of things.
Yes, tore us up.
Tore us up. Yes, and absolutely. You know what I'm saying? But then what they don't see is when you look deeper inside that box is when we would go down to the corner and we would get shot away. Like, hey, get up out of here.
Yep.
Get up out of here. Like, no, get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real. Like, and then especially if like one of them went down or they got murdered.
Yes.
How devastating that was for the kids in the neighborhood.
Yes.
And even just how it left a toxic waste of like feelings and emotions with everybody in the neighborhood. Yeah, of course they were selling crack and they were selling drugs and they was, demolishing families, but I'm a recovering addict myself.
Okay.
You know what I mean? I went from selling dope to using dope.
Okay, but
you know what I mean?
But you back.
Absolutely. But what my point is that I made that choice to use. You see what I'm saying?
Yes, you did.
Everybody has a choice. Like that man has a choice to either you're going to make money or you're going to take something, right?
Yeah, which one you going to do?
Which one you going to do?
Yeah.
And, I partaked in on both sides of the fence.
Got you.
But it's like, I understand people when they like, and this is going to be so controversial, but it's like at the end of the day, like if you ain't lived in it, like leave your opinion out of it.
Right. You can't judge. How you going to judge me and you don't know what I've been through?
You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I mean? It's like people feeding families, handing out turkeys, clothes, and all of that stuff. Like, and I'm not sitting here saying that it's okay for anybody that was out there on the corner and doing all of that or all this robbing and stealing and killing and stuff like that. I'm not saying that I'm not saying that's okay. What I'm saying is that the character of these people that was still out there that did look out for them youngsters.
Yeah.
Like they told me, man, get up out of here. Get up off of Fairfax, bro. Go up to the street. Go back to school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Go to the park, play basketball. Get up out of here.
Why you hanging out with us?
You know what I'm saying? But guess who kept coming back down there?
You didn't want to listen.
Me.
You was
See what I'm
hard-headed.
saying? You know what I mean? Like,
Yes, sir.
I made that choice.
Yes.
You feel me? And it's just like, man, this conversation is going a whole different direction, but I love it because, you know, these are the things that need to be said.
Well, a lot of people are scared to say it. Because again, we was not glorifying what went down, but the reality was those people were placed in the neighborhood. Well, the government put it to our side,
Man.
and they just figure out a way what to do and capitalize on it. So
You really want to get down to it.
you basically had said that basically that's what triggered me to do it, because they still came with these nice things, and people are like nice things.
Yeah.
They like flashy things too. So the kind of paper they was getting, I played baseball. So I'm coming from 76 and MacArthur off of Nay Street, and I'm going to Brookdale Park. And this was kind of made me said I want to hustle, because my daddy only gave me money to catch the bus there and back. And what I end up doing was one day is I took that money and I stopped at the store and I bought some candy and some chips and a soda, and I had to walk all the way from Brookdale Park to 76 and Nay Street. And right there again, I said, oh, this ain't gonna happen again. I need more money.
That's a long ass walk.
That was a long ass walk, and that long ass walk made me stop playing baseball and jump into the game.
Yeah, facts. For sure, for sure. Mama, I used to ask moms all the time, can I get $1 for a burrito? No, you didn't go to school today. Okay, well, I know how to go get some money then.
Yeah, I know what to do. I mean, because even back then, it was so easy to get money. You can go cut somebody grass. You can go wash the windows at the gas station, pump the gas even. Or we even had a slick play that you can go to the grocery store and take a shopping cart and get 25 cents. So what we did was hung in front of that grocery store, and every woman, because the men ain't gonna pay, but every woman that came back, excuse me, can I help you with your groceries to the car? And we'd do that and help them to their groceries to the car for free, because we knew we gonna take that basket and put it in the machine and you get back a quarter. So you would start hustling like that, and for the day over, you got $10, $12. You know what I mean? And that was enough to do some things back then. We talking about in the early 80s.
And I love that we tapping on this, man, because somebody out there watching this episode right now is chilling, waiting for the next knock, waiting for the next trap to come through, waiting for the next play to do. You know what I'm saying? And if it was anything that you can give out, any advice to anybody that's sitting out there trying to figure out what the next move is, what would you tell them to do?
Right now, I tell anybody, if you waiting for the next play, especially if you're out there pimping, because we go just get straight to it. A lot of people is pimping, and they don't even know that's called human trafficking. Yeah. I tell you, if you got enough game to send a woman to go get some money, come join my team. Come sign up with me. I got a play that you gonna make endless money without running from the police right now.
Absolutely.
I got a good play you right now, and I'm gonna put you in our financial sales service, and we go all the way up.
Ooh.
That's what I tell you. Leave that other stuff alone, because it's only two ways that you go. I'm trying to give you this home run play right now. Do you want to take it?
Ooh, I see an ad coming.
Hello.
Hey, we on the scouting mission, man. Where you at? You know what I'm saying? But nah, man. So I love that, man, because there's so many youngsters out there thinking that's the only way, man, because they don't have that male role model. They don't have any role model, for that matter of fact. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's like people like you and me and others in the circle that have made it through that, made it out of it. That's what Breaking Impossibilities is all about. I'm letting you know right now. I'm living proof, sitting in here in a 3-piece suit, letting you know that shit. I used to wear clothes for weeks at a time.
Ooh.
Not even changing. I was digging in dumpsters.
Come on now.
You see what I'm saying? I was shooting dope, but now look at me now. That's what Breaking Impossibilities is all about.
That's what it's about, overcoming adversity.
Man, come on now. And even on top of that, before all of that, I was running around the streets, guns, drugs, doing all this, robberies, everything. It don't matter. You can name it. I've been through it. I've done it. I'm not glorifying it. I'm just saying, man, The grass is greener on the other side of the fence.
Definitely. And I'm glad you said that because growing up in East Oakland, they already told us and reminded us you would be either dead or in jail by 25.
Come on.
So I overcame all that. Unfortunately, at the age of 26, I was shot and I was facing almost losing my life. You know what I mean? So that was a breaking point for me to say, hey, I got to set a plan and I got to hurry up and execute it and get up out of here. They said that you wasn't gonna make it.
Yeah.
They said that, oh, you ain't gonna never be nothing. So you had to show the people different. I mean, I bought my first house at 25.
Come
You know
on.
what I mean?
Absolutely.
But one night I thought it was all sweet. And I'm coming to the hood. See, I had the same pattern. And this is what I got to tell anybody out there, if you out there hustling, stop doing the same thing every day.
Man.
It's easy to figure you out.
Man.
I did the same thing every night. And this is another reason why I talk about it. And you say I be saying different little things online, and I do. But one of the reasons why I do not mess with married women, because the night I almost lost my life, I was with a married woman. And, you know, God said, we ain't doing that. You know what I mean? But I pulls up, I'm doing the same thing every single night. And as soon as I pulled up in the car and I got out, it was two guys with guns running up on me and they was telling me don't move. And the first thing I could do was just run. If I wouldn't run, I wouldn't be on this episode tonight. So that's the thing. You got to know when to hold and when to fold. I got up out of there and that taught me, like, I got an expiration date out here. They said I wouldn't make it. I almost lost my life. The next time I might not get so lucky, but guess what? It wasn't luck. I was blessed. See, you got to believe in something or stand for something. Other than that, you have a problem. So when you live in a life of fear, you gonna be in trouble anyway. So everything they told me was gonna happen to me but die. So I ain't scared of shit. You can't be scared of nothing growing up because guess what? Ain't no weapon formed against me shall prosper.
Amen. Absolutely. And I like what you said, because you got to stand for something or you're going to fall for anything.
Yes.
You know what I mean? And that's the thing, too. I posted the other day and I was just talking about, matter of fact, it might even have been today when I was just talking about life, man. Life is fucking hard, yo.
It is.
Life is hard. You know, but it's also as hard as you're going to make it.
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? So how hard are you really going to make your life? What are the things that you're going to do in your life to make it just a little bit easier?
Ooh, and that's one of my slogans. One of my slogans is always saying, life is what you make it. Because if you make your life hard, it's going to be hard. But if you think big, it's going to be great. So I want to be phenomenal.
Yeah.
I was born rich. I want to be wealthy. So I speak those affirmations in my life every day. I like everybody to take this one. I give y'all a gem. And it's like this. Today is the brokest I'll be in the rest of my life.
I love that.
Today is the brokest I'll be
Yeah.
in the rest of my life. Today. Other than that, we gonna run it up to the moon.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Nah, for sure. And I want to break that down a little bit too, is when I say that, it's like, how hard is life for you? But how easy you going to make it for yourself? It's all about the mindset. It's all about where you standing in it today. What are you going to do differently? Because like you said you was with a married woman, right?
I was with a married woman.
You made them choices.
Sure did.
You didn't make a choice. You made a decision based on the choices you had.
It wasn't right.
So you made your life even harder than it had to be.
It didn't even have to be that way. It's billions of women out here, and I want to be out there playing around. And I was a message to say that. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be with somebody else's lady because, women, it has been the reason nowadays that a lot of men have lost their life, and that's what comes back to my new business because, unfortunately, I lost a lot of friends to gun violence and knife violence and to drug violence and to over women. And one of my closest friends I grew up with. And, he lost his life for dealing with a woman who actually had a husband. And he went in her house and they actually stabbed him to death. But the problem was it wasn't nobody with no insurance. Nobody had no coverage. Nobody had no final expenses. So he was one of many guys that I had to put into the ground because we was forced because we wasn't going to let everybody say, oh, them dudes from 82nd just let their homie just rot in the morgue. So we sent them on in right. You know what I mean? But it's a lot of times that we don't have our exact coverage and our affairs in order and we got to do cookouts. We got to do GoFundMes. We got to do barbecues.
Car washes.
And hot dog stands and just tell people to help. And I'm very triggered about that. So once when this game came to me and they told me, say, hey man, you got a chance to help other people, I said, this is what I've been waiting for. Because I'm tired of putting you guys in the ground. I'm tired of helping y'all. I mean, come on now. Y'all done almost exhausted all my funds because I done helped so many people, even family members. I done put a lot of my family members in the ground. You know what I mean? But I came from a structure where my immediate family, we didn't pay like that. But, you know, our family's so big, we got second and third generations, and everybody in the family wasn't as fortunate. So I got the time now, and I'm able to have a gift. And coming up in the next few months, I actually want to share that gift with a lot of people. If you good at what you're doing, I want to help more people come in this game, and I'm going to give you a scholarship to join our team. Because it ain't free, but you got to show me you good at what you're doing. If you're not good at this game, you're not going to work. If you don't think you can come in here and kill it, you're not going to work with us because we winners over here. So I'm going to be asking for a lot of people out here in this game, send me your best results. Is you good at sales? Is you good at communication? I don't care how much money you got. Show me what you can do. And if you good at what you're doing, I would love for you to come join our team. We very diverse. We bilingual. It's really great to come here, and we're going to help so many people. And this new business I have, it's not just even about the final expenses. This new business I have, it's not about final expenses. It's not about that. It's about preparing and leaving something for your family and also generating revenue while you're here. Because you can still make money with these things we're doing. You can actually create a state right now. You can come in this game right now today, and in the next couple of years, you can be pulling out a couple dollars and you could be starting you an additional business or come with another stream of income. But you got to be serious. Our team is so great, we can point you, anybody, in the right direction if you're willing to listen. But we're not into convincing. That's why I don't be on social media too much bragging and boasting about this, because the people who need our service, they come to us. We don't have to look for them. So that's the thing. But today I want to introduce to you guys something that's so unique, because I told you, it's hard to hit a moving target, but stop judging a book by its cover. Because, yeah, I got your attention now, so I need you to listen to something real.
And I think everybody out there right now is wondering what is exactly is this business that you talking about, man?
Oh, and it's great. It's a great business. Actually, I hooked up and partnered with a lot of different entrepreneurs. So if you need content done, we got a good content media team.
Absolutely.
If you need your taxes done, we got a good tax team. If you need some real estate, we got a real estate team. If you need your credit repaired, we got a credit repair team. If you need business funding, personal funding, we got people who can point you in the right direction to get you funds in less than 48 hours if you qualify. But if you need your affairs in order, we can help you get an Index Universal Life. That's called an IUL. We can help you invest in some money and you'll be able to pull it out. Or if you just need some benefits, some coverage, we can get you covered for as low as $30 per month. Now, y'all spend that on Don Julio. Y'all spend that on weed. Y'all spend that on clothes. Y'all females, y'all spend that at DD's and all them other places. So what's $30 a month for you to be able to protect your family?
Come on. And it is so undervalued.
Yes.
The
It is.
insurance, life insurance, and all of that, man, because it's important. Like growing up in the hood, I really didn't understand any of that.
No, they didn't teach us this.
I didn't realize that until after my mother passed away in 2013, 2012, and 2013 when my mother passed away, and I didn't have I didn't understand any of it.
Wow.
Right? Didn't have a will or nothing.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, my
You see
guy.
what I'm saying? And because we not taught that. Like
No.
we not given that information. Those things ain't coming through the commercials and the ads on the TV in the hood. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't.
We not being taught that. We taught to put money in a shoebox and put it away for your bail money, for all of that. You know what I'm saying?
That's all we
And
was
just
told. That's
keep
all
the
we
cash,
knew.
don't trust the banks, do all of this. You know what I'm saying? So it's like becoming, coming outside of that and being on the other side of the fence where the grass is greener, and understanding that, when you get insurance, you're not just paying $30 a month. You setting your family up.
Yes.
It's not about what you got right now, because what your family needs for you is to be here right now.
Yes.
But when you gone, how is everything else going to be taken care of? What is that going to look like for you and your family when they suffering because you gone? Is you the man
Oh,
of the house, or is you the provider, or is you the woman of the house? Is you taking care of this, but you got kids? Well, you doing your kids a disservice if you ain't putting these things in places, because when you gone, they gonna be suffering and struggling. You see what I'm saying? And I had
yes.
to learn that.
And you had to learn it the hard way. And I'm sorry to hear about that you went to. And that was one of the reasons why I came and I had to become a financial service provider, because I want to help more people. I'm tired of all our people coming in and they having similar stories like that, because that's hard, man. That's hard. And that's a
Man,
struggle.
for
But
sure.
we need to know. So I tell people, okay, in my age, I'm going to give you guys a rough estimate. If God willing that I live another 30 years. Say I bought $100,000 policy, right? Hear me out. That $100,000 policy is really an IUL, Index Universal Life Policy, right? Now I'm putting this money in it. I pay $100 a month. Now, after my first payment, if something happened to me today, tonight, the beneficiary get $100,000 off that $100. But say, if God willing, I live 30 more years. Now, I didn't pay $36,000 into that policy, but it has a cash value for the beneficiary as $100,000. You get what I'm saying? But peep this though, we can still take the money out, like I was saying earlier, but we wasn't taught how to get this money and use it for our advantage. So this policy is so good, it's really worth it, and more of our people need to understand that. Now, I'm a licensed certified insurance producer because I did the homework. I'm also a software operator engineer, but a lot of people don't know that. I had a trucking company and I did that for 5 years, but it was only a 5 year goal. I didn't plan to drive trucks forever, and it was successful. So basically, every company I touch, I know how to make some revenue coming in. But I want to do something that I actually liked and enjoyed doing, that I can have a passion for and stuff. I drove trucks and had that because the money was good.
Absolutely.
I didn't like it. You gotta love what you're doing to get to the next level. So I knew after my 5 years, I wasn't lying to myself. We got some new products coming out this year. I got a new ebook dropping real soon. It's called 1 Million Ain't Enough, but it's a start.
Somebody was saying 1 million is easy, 2 million is hard.
Oh, but they also says, people says and study says that once when you touch your first million, the next one will come even faster. We just got to keep grinding. The problem is a lot of people try to make $1 million at one time.
Yeah.
Instead of making a 500 here, a 700 here, 1,000 here, a 5,000 here, you trying to make $1 million in one day. Let me know how that work out for you.
Man, and I just want to circle back too on something that you said, why you became, this financial provide the insurance provider. And, because you mentioned that you was help burying a lot of your folks,
A
families
lot
and
of
all
them.
that, spending hard earned money out of your pocket,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Making your life a lot harder than it needed to be.
Yes.
And just by that one decision that you made to go into being a life insurance provider
Yes.
and also a financial service provider, you made these decisions and you broke them impossibilities, man. Now you're going to help more people.
And that's the goal. I would like to help a lot of people, but they want to help themselves first. If you don't want to help yourself, I can't help you. So you got to know, where do you want to be? What are you willing to sacrifice to get to the next level? If you ask that question to a lot of people, they can't even answer it. And that's the problem. You got to know where you're going. You got to know your goals and you got to know your vision. If you don't have a plan, you plan to fail. They always told us that. But instead, people always want to wing it. They want to say, oh, I'll just go down to Chick-fil-A and work. Oh, I'll just go to Best Buy and work. Or I'll just go to Target. No, you was a settler. And back in the days, the settler were immigrants. They came and settled. We're not supposed to settle for nothing. You know what I'm saying? Why settle for less when you could have the best?
Say that again. Come on now.
I'm just saying. Why settle for less when you can have the best?
Hey.
I like nice things.
Hey, come on, man. You're going to miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Absolutely.
And that's my thing, man. That's my motto, man. If you're not taking the shot, you're going to miss it for sure. Your average is going to be 0. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I'm going to take 2 shots and I'm going to guarantee you one of them going to go in.
Some got to hit.
You know what I mean? Like, that's just my thing. It's like, and I talk a lot about that, man. But I want to kind of rewind back to, 17, 26, you was shot. So, from the age of 11 all the way to 26, man, you was living this different type of life.
Yes.
You know what I mean? and going through a lot of things. But what was the turning point for you that really, because sometimes people get shot, man, and they keep going.
Yeah, and I actually, and I'm glad you said that because I did. I set another 5 year goal. At 26, I was shot, and at 31, I was jumping out the game. And I had a premonition, but it's also just having great discernment. So what happened was I started seeing a lot of strange things, and it was true. It was still more people I know was dying left and right, police coming left and right, investigations left and right, and my whole neighborhood had got into one of the biggest indictments in Oakland police history. The Burnout Family Mafia. Now, Burnout Family Mafia was not a gang. We started that as a clothing company. It was called Burnout Family Productions. We started that in my mother's garage making t-shirts. My twin brother, a couple friends, and I, we started a clothing company. Now, over the years they turned it into something else, tattoos and gang violence in the streets. But I started getting a premonition that things weren't going to end well for me. And one day I went to a particular place, and I won't say no names or where the place was, but this woman came, and I knew her. She was a close woman of the friends. And she told me, she said, "Hey, whatever you're doing, you need to chill." Because they came over here asking about me. And what they was asking for me was an all bad situation. So that triggered my mind right there. But, I was always saying, let me get a couple more dollars. So what ended up happening is one morning I woke up, one of my friends, he ended up losing his life. And another friend of mine, he went to jail and he got caught with over 400,000 in cash and a lot of drugs and a lot of juries. They seized all his vehicles. And the turning point for me was, dang, I said, man, in the last month, I lost over $70,000 in cash, investing it back into illegal activities. So I said, if I keep going this route, it's going to be over for me. And then I still had this feeling that people were looking at me, but it was an investigation going on. And it was true. And I get to that story real quick. So I just woke up in the morning and said, I'm gone.
You got all the time you need, bro.
I got all the time. But what happened is, in 6 months, the federal government came and indicted mostly everybody from my neighborhood. And that's public record because they start looking at everybody and everybody was doing these things. And I knew if I would have stayed doing the same thing, I would have got caught in this federal indictment. But I woke up and said, I don't have no more money to keep investing in this. And I left and I had a cleaning service. So I said, you know what? I'm about to take this game I got and I'm about to make the same amount of money. So I started putting the same energy that I was doing in illegal activities. And I really started taking my business serious. Plus, I had my fourth child at that time, my son, Aiden. So this happened he was born in 2010. So by the time 2011 came, I said, I'm gone. And I walked away. I never went back to that neighborhood to do nothing illegal another day in my life. I had to. But if you don't quit now, you're going to be in trouble. So they always got this saying, quitting while you're ahead is not the same as quitting.
Nah, for sure. You got up out of there.
Ran fast.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I mean? It's just like when you retire from basketball or anything like that. It's not that you quitting.
Yeah.
It's over with.
You done.
Your time is up. You know what I mean? Not everybody could be LeBron James.
Ooh, talk to me.
You see what I'm saying? Like there was a statistic that was given to all of us out the gate. You're lucky if you live past 18, and if you do, you'll be in prison for life by the time you're 25.
Correct.
You see what I'm saying?
We had to break that cycle.
Listen, I celebrated so hard when I was 18, and I figured I'd be dead by the time I was 19.
Ooh,
you see
but
what
you're
I'm
still
saying?
here now.
I'm still here
20
now.
plus years later.
Absolutely, because I was listening to the gossip.
Ooh.
Right?
Yes.
And that's when I started to really understand that I can't listen to the outside noise. That's exactly what it is. It's outside noise. I put it outside of my box, all of that. You know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
And it's not even about like getting up out of there, running out of there, running away. Man, you retire.
It's time to go.
Yeah.
Even Jordan had his last day.
You could be inducted into the Hood Hall of Fame if you want to be. You know what I'm saying? And that's good. But at the same time, man, we on the other side of the fence trying to build a mansion, build empires, build islands.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And with that one choice that you made to, you know what I mean, get out the game and do the things you're doing, your cleaning service, and using everything that you learned from the streets of Oakland, from every trials and tribulations, you broke all the impossibilities. You took that. Now you're using it to your advantage. You becoming a better person to help more people,
Yes,
not
indeed.
just help one person.
No.
You can help families.
We can help
Legacies.
so many families right now, but they have to be willing. So I'm asking and I'm calling for the people, please just take the time out. Send me a DM. Reach out to me. I definitely will help point you in the right direction for any service you need. But all the other services I offer, that's why I promote to have family protection the most, because without that, you trump everything. Because everything you work so hard for goes in vain if you don't have a plan. So that's why I always tell them, hey, I need to be this guy, because if not, you can go make all of the money. But as soon as you get sick and you pass away and you don't have your affairs in order, that's where the trouble go get. Everybody fight. A lot of families break up over money.
Man,
for not having a trust established. For not that. And all your homes and all the stuff going probate because y'all didn't get your affairs in order. So why do that when you could take the time out instead of watching Atlanta Housewives and baddies and all that other stuff? Take the time out to do a little bit more research. So I got to this point because I read literature 2 hours a day, every day. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
You got to. So they always say, Twin, why you give all these people all this game? I'm not giving you all my game. I get new game every day. This brain stay developed. The problem is the reason why you stuck in that place right now because you're not putting more information in your brain.
Hey, you getting the recycles, man. You getting
Come on now.
already been used. You know what I mean?
Thank you. I'm getting brand new, fresh game.
You getting the second-hand game, man. You
Hello.
You 10 steps behind. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, I like that one right there. That's gems. You 10 steps behind because you don't want to educate your brain.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, man. And you know, and now, you know, we gone through all of that, man. We understand where you came from. You know, I call it the dark depths of hell sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it was times where I would just be sitting there and I'd just be like, why? Why? Yes. Why am I doing this? Like, why? Even when I was 13, 14 years old, sitting on my porch selling coke, like, why? Even though I liked it, I'm just like, but I was sitting there hungry, or, you know what I mean? Just wondering why, just wondering, like, a lot of different deep depression, trauma shit that had to do with my family. You see what I'm saying? Like, yes. And like, so for me, man, there was a lot of dark days and dark nights, you know what I'm saying? But like, at the end of the day, like, now that we know, man, where we came from, you said a lot of valuable things, man. Like, you talked about the IUL. You talked about what you're doing. You know what I mean? Your company, your new thing. What is it? Your First Choice Solutions?
Your First Choice Solutions, yes.
Absolutely. So, like, let's just break it down right now, man. So if I'm looking, I ain't got no living trust. I ain't got no insurance. I'm a father, a husband. I'm taking care of 5 people. I got 2 kids, my wife, my mother-in-law, and just, you know, we bought a house. We got all of these different things. It's not my, I'm just saying, right?
Yes.
Somebody comes to you with that, right? And
yes.
They're like, hey, Mr. Brown, I need some help. I need some help. I need to get this in finance. I need to get this in order. What are the steps you're gonna take them through to help them?
Oh yeah. So I'm glad you said that. Because first, I'm gonna break down all of that, your expenses, and I gotta get a little deep in your business. I gotta get personal with you because we need to know exactly what can you afford. I don't want to set you up for something that you're gonna make lapse, because that's not helping. That's being greedy. Again, I'm not in here for the money.
And I'm glad you're saying that, because when people are talking about money, there's a defense always.
Yes.
It's always like, oh my God, they're gonna try to get over, right?
Right.
Okay.
So I won't break down your financial situation. I'm gonna ask you a little bit more deep. Okay, what we generating? Who's the breadwinner? Who making the bread? So we go find out what's comfortable. You hear what I'm saying? What's comfortable for you to afford and what can you pay? So that's how I'm gonna help you structure your rest of your life. And it's gonna be ordered. And who's the first person you trust? And after that, who's the second? You know what I mean? So some people don't trust anyone. And that's a problem. In this game, you cannot do it by yourself. One man have never won an army. So if you don't trust anybody, you definitely around the wrong people. You know what I mean? I'm very blessed because my family and my brothers and my mom and my pops, We had a tight system. You know what I'm saying? And I said this, and I was talking to one of my homies the other day and stuff. I said, see, you never had a person that'll leave you with a life savings for 7 years and come back and they got every dime. He said, no, I haven't. I said, well, that's why you can't tell me, because I have several times. You know what I mean? And when they come back, everything that they work for is still in order, because you leave the average person with, I don't know, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50,000. We're going to say a small number. I ain't talking about the M's that I was left.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You leave the average person with $20,000 in 20 days, they broke.
Man.
But I had people who trusted me enough to say, hey, bro, I'm going to be gone for a minute. I don't even want to leave this with my lady. You know what I mean? So that shows what kind of character I have. You know what I'm saying? You could put me in a room with 10, 20, 30, $50,000, $1 million, whatever the case may be. And when you come back, it's going to be the same thing.
Yeah. But then, obviously if they come into you, they already have that trust factor, right? But like when we get past that, like we looking at the finances, we breaking it down like, okay, you got this house, you got these kids. We need to figure out what it's going to look like. How are we going to be able to make sure that they comfortable for the next how many ever years, X amount of years. And tell me if I'm wrong.
No,
right?
no, that's how it goes.
Right? We're going to make sure, okay, you got this house. This house is worth $500,000, right?
Yes.
A small house in California, by the way. But we're going to say $500,000. You got $500,000 left on the house. You got, these kids, you putting them through school. So we got to put that into the factor. We got to put, okay, how are we going to make sure, okay, does your wife work? Okay, she got one job. That's not enough in California, especially if it's like, you know what I mean? You ain't got no side hustles. And then we got to put that into the factor. So we put all that into the factoring of we need to make sure that this policy is going to cover. And then it's like an umbrella.
Oh, yeah. So I'm glad you said that. See, and now we go get into debt. And if it comes to that and the house is not paid for, then I'm going to have to get them some mortgage protection. And of course, a mortgage protection loan is decreasing, of course. I'm going to explain to you how it go. But if something was to happen, at least you can pay your bills. But you can also, get a whole policy or index, universal or whatever. But we want to protect that house first. And then we want to get one that's convertible. See, because you do have certain policies that roll over and convert. But I'm going to tell you, protect all the kids.
Yes.
Everybody needs it, because for them simple dollars that y'all wasting on drip and family trips, just don't take a family trip in a year and you can cover everybody for the next 3 years. See, we spend so much money on bullshit that we don't put money into the purpose. We always want to go to Disneyland. Fuck Disneyland.
Yeah.
Invest in your family.
Man, that shit.
That's the problem. You want to go to Disneyland and get Walt Disney more money. He's a multi-trillionaire.
I'm not even, and he's dead, but I'm not even, I'm not a big fan of Walt Disney.
Oh, I'm glad. So I'll just tell everybody, let's get you some mortgage protection. Let's find out. Let's calculate your bills. I'm going to make sure you don't got no liens or nothing going on that house. I got to dig in your business a little bit, because why would I set you up for failure?
Yeah.
That's not right. And a lot of people in the industry, you know what I'm saying, I'm not going to call no names out, but sometimes they just so greedy that they just want to get you to close. And in 3 months, you call and tell me, oh, I can't afford it. Well, in this business, I want everybody to be able to afford what I give them. So they might want the biggest number, but after I do my calculations, because I'm a math man, I will recommend you your best deal. I ain't going to run off on you like that. And you can always call me directly or one of our partners. We're partnered with one of the biggest financial groups off. We partner with FFL, and we got access to over 30 different carriers.
Come on.
30. I can do a quick quote on you right now. I can let you know what's best for you. The problem is people don't even want the information because they scared, or they worried about what somebody else to say, or they calling you a scam. A scam? You just still confused about money, man. Knock that off, man. You always, black folks especially, always think everything is scam. Nobody trying to scam you. That's why sometimes we finish last, because we don't want the information. But I'm here to educate my people, man. I didn't make it here overnight. Everybody probably think, oh, he do this, he do that, he that. Y'all don't know. I can tell you anything. Forget what I say. Watch what I do.
Ooh, he on fire. Somebody get him a fire extinguisher, man. We might need something out here. Put him out. Like, let's keep him going. You know what I'm saying? Hey,
I'm just saying.
Hey, but no, you really on some you really on the trajectory of, like, when you speaking about this, man, it's like I'm ready to get a policy with you.
I'm ready, and I'll make sure you get the best one.
Like, and because at the end of the day, it's like you are the people's people. You know what I'm saying? Like, you there for the people. Like, it's a lot of people out there that be like, oh yeah, okay, well, here's my email me. Now you like, here, man, hit me up.
Call me
You know what I
directly.
mean? Let's try to figure this out. We trying to meet you where you at.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying? We client centered.
Yes,
Right.
and I love how you said that too, because a friend of mine even told me, he said, man, you is one of my only homies that had the same number for 25 years.
Mm.
I'm direct. Everybody who know me, you can call my number. I don't change my number for nobody. If you know me, you know that that number still works. And that same number that they call me on, you can call me on. I'm one of them guys that you can count on. I'm not going to run off on you. I'm not going to put you on to the voicemail. I'm not going to block you, because that's for losers. You know what I mean? Let's holler, because I'm a man first. You know what I
Absolutely,
mean?
absolutely.
So why would I run from you? You know what I'm saying? I'm not fearing anything but God.
Absolutely. Man, and I want to get back to it a little bit, right? I want to get back to our little vignette, our scenario here. So we gonna say John. John says, okay, I hear about the IUL. I want you to break down term life insurance, because I heard it's a lot cheaper and I get a lot more money for that. Why would I not want to go with the IUL? Why would I want to go with the IUL instead of the term?
Well, because the term doesn't have any cash value.
Mm.
Yes, you can be cheaper, but it's only for a temporary thing. It's called a term for a reason. Yes, it's going to help you, but yes, if you have a good business plan and you can give me that plan and I can see you going to run it up like 10, 20, 30 million, I'm going to sell you that term, because I'm going to say you will have enough coverage of your own money that you're not gonna need this, because you go bank yourself. But if you're not gonna run up 10 M's right now though, and you know what I'm saying, and you think you're gonna live past the 20 years, then go with this hole right here, or go with this index or something, or just at least get something to put your family in the ground if possible.
So break down that cash value for him too, because I don't think a lot of people understand about the cash value. And like, because people been doing this since the 20s and 30s with the Rockefellers and everything. You know what I'm saying? With
Yes, they have.
With the trust and all of that. And it's like, it's all over social media, but people keep scrolling past it. I tell my wife all the time, I say, you send me all this good food and this organic shit. I said, what about this financial shit that I'm sending you? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We can get on the food plan, but can we get on the money
Can we get on the money plan?
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm
Yeah.
trying to, like, because when she dived deep into it, you know, and she's the queen. So it's like, when she dived deep into it, I know we about to skyrocket, right? But as a
Right.
man, as a leader, I'm like, here, look what we got over here,
Look,
right?
yeah.
And you know, I love my wife to death, you know what I mean? And so she a little resistant at first, you know what I mean? But at the end of the day, when she get on board, it's like, we to the moon.
We to the
past
moon.
the moon.
And it's up to you to stay and to be her leader. You are a
Absolutely.
leader, and you are a natural
Facts.
born leader. But the cash value, basically, it accumulates on basically what you put in, what you get out. So of course, the more you can afford to put in there, it's a better situation. But I just gave you that $100 scenario. I mean, I got a guy who then came to me and he said, man, hey, I need an M. And that might cost him about $900 and some dollars a month. But you know what I'm saying, if something happened to him right now, you know what I'm saying, he got that M, but you know what I'm saying, he can stack up his money into that, and then in a couple of years, again, he can still borrow. He might say, I need 50. So he'll have 50 in there that he can say, okay, I'm gonna go put that in a laundromat. Let's just say he take that 50,000 or put it in a fourplex or something right there. You know what I'm saying? He get a 3% loan or a 10% loan or whatever, but he can take that and do that. Now, I still recommend that you try to pay the loan that you pull back out, because it decreases from your death benefits. So if you stay on top of that loan, you'll be cool. But if not, if you can't kind of afford to pay it back, if you still hit a hard time, at least pay your policy.
Absolutely.
Because if you don't pay your policy, it will lapse again. So that's why I try to set people up of something that's comfortable for them, not nothing that's over their willpower. Because if not, they'd be like, oh, you sold me this janky policy, and now they come and having bad intentions for me. But that cash values accumulate. And the more you put in, it can accumulate faster. So that's why I try to structure it, because we got a calculator. To where if we really sat down in 20 minutes, we can figure out everything.
Absolutely, 100%.
We ain't gonna say what's the best, but that's why you got to be real with me and honest and say, hey, I make this my bills. I want to know what you got left after you pay everything.
Yeah, for sure.
Because if you don't got no cushion, then, you know, it's kind of harder to work with you.
It's gonna be hard. You're gonna hit the concrete, and that shit's harder than the cushion for sure. And I just want to say too, like, I really want to break it down where you were talking about, like, if you borrow against it, right? You borrow, would you say 50,000,
Yes.
right? And you got to pay that loan back, and so it's not like you gaining it. You pay the loan back, but if you are not able to pay the loan, you continue to keep paying your
Paying your
policy,
policy. Yes.
because then when you die, what will happen with that M? The only thing will happen with that M is your family will get your
The
million,
remainder.
your million minus
The
whatever
loan.
you owe the loan. Yeah, absolutely,
So they're
absolutely.
not gonna kick you out. But I
Yeah.
say try to stay on top to keep it where it's at. But if you do have a hard time, then just say, you know what, I'm gonna still keep making my 500 or 200 or 300 or even $100 payment, because you don't want to let your family down. That's the last thing as a man, especially, is you let your family down and they scrambling. So you want to be able to be that one to say, you know, I did that for my family. And a lot of people just don't do it because they selfish.
I'm gonna tell you right now, if y'all take any advice from me, if y'all ever listen to me or anything like that, I've been through it twice with both parents. You know what I'm saying? And that's what motivated me to get a policy and do these things and put this in place, because I had to make sure that when I'm gone, I got assets today. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes,
like, I
indeed.
got assets today. Like, when I'm gone, like, I'm gone. I'm the number one earner. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? I'm the one, I'm the leader. I'm the one that's moving this shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm not gonna feel nothing, but I can tell you right now, I don't feel good knowing that I'm gonna leave my family with a whole bunch of shit that they gotta take care of.
Yes.
Nah, when I'm gone, y'all gonna be straight.
Y'all gonna be good.
You know what I'm saying?
I do. And that's what most people do.
Yeah,
They leave their poly with everything.
Anastasia could do whatever she want. She gonna be able to make sure she can get whatever she want. You know what I'm saying? And it's very strategic.
Yes, it
we
is.
need properties, honey.
Yes.
It's real estate. Not like we not going to Disneyland. We not going on a trip. Like, nah. And that's why wills are so important too,
Yes,
man.
living trusts,
Hey,
everything.
put
You have to have
that,
all that.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just like, you don't understand that until you really know that.
And we able to help you guys with whatever services you need. We got a team that's phenomenal.
Come on.
I work with some great people right there. And I'm not the one that know it all. See, I'm still a student of the game, but guess what? Every day I learn more. And I'm not scared to ask them questions.
Yeah.
I'm not scared to jump on the call and say, hey, I got whoop going on right there. What can we do right there, right now? See, you got to be willing to learn every single day. So that's what makes me the person who I am, because I come in as me. I'm authentic. You know what I mean? I get around people that way smarter than me, and I'm a smart guy. You know, I was born semi-genius. You know what I mean? But I like to be around people that's well-rounded. I don't want to be around the people that they all looking up. Hey, big homie. Hey, big homie. Hey, give me some game. Give me some game. Give me some game. No, I want to be the one coming in to learn the game. It's a big difference. What about you?
I need to retract that for you, man. There's no such thing as a semi-genius. Either you're a doctor or you're not a doctor.
Hello. Well, I'm the game doctor then, man. I'll put it down there, man.
You a genius or you not a genius?
Hey, you feel me? Hey. Let me know then. You know what I'm saying, though? I be trying to downplay it, though. But, man, yo, I got some bars out here for y'all,
I'm going to keep it 1,000, man. You know, they told me like this a long time ago, man. The person that moved through medical school and graduated with a C, you know what they call him?
What they call him?
Call him or her.
What they call them, huh?
A doctor.
A straight doctor.
Don't matter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like either you a genius, man.
I'm a genius. I'm a genius. I went to the Math Olympics every year in school.
Come on, man.
I was in advanced reading in school.
Listen.
From the first grade, they pulled my mom and dad to the side and say, he's special. He different. He can't come to school with the rest of the first graders. I was going to school with the big kids, with the fourth graders. I got to school with 315 with everybody else, because they seen something in me. I got skipped in the second grade. You know what I mean? So I knew what I was doing. You know what I'm saying? I know how to count. That's why I don't let nobody play with my money.
See? Hey, and that goes back to what we was talking about, our hood heroes.
Yes.
When you start to judge, when you sitting outside of the box and you looking in and you judging, you really don't know the character of this person.
Nah, they don't know.
So if you ain't living it, keep your opinions out of it.
Man,
you know what I'm saying?
It's easy to say what you think about a person, but if you ain't got a chance to really get to know that person, he or she can tell you whatever. Yeah. They know what they doing. They really running the play on you, man. I ran game on y'all and y'all bit.
Come on now. So, man, we talked about a lot of stuff during this episode, man. I really appreciate you coming out, man, and sharing everything that you shared, man. You know, for anybody that don't know where to find you, where can they find you at?
Man, I'm on Facebook as Demario Brown. I'm on YouTube as HotBoy_82. I'm on Instagram as HotBoy_82. And you can find me on all platforms. Even if you look up Demario Brown, you'll run into me. So definitely you'll be seeing more of me. You know what I'm saying? I'm also a content creator. I make different forms of content daily. And I've been taking my content creation to another level. And I'm definitely taking that serious as well. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of lessons in the content, and all of them are based on true stories, or really pretty much true stories. Sometimes I have to change the name to protect my people, but these are life lessons that we're going through. And all I know is being real. All I know is being authentic. So, you know what I'm saying? When you hear this game, I'm chopping it, you know what I'm saying? Just take back a sponge and absorb it.
And I know we talked about it, but real short, man, for 30 seconds, I want you to tell anybody out there what you can do to help them and how you're gonna be able to help them and how to get in contact with you immediately.
Man, send me a DM on Instagram or Facebook at HotBoyTwin_82. You know what I'm saying? Tap in with me. Send a DM with the word help. If you DM me and say help, I'm most definitely going to get back to you ASAP. You know what I'm saying? I don't care. I don't even take Instagram, Facebook calls, but if you serious, call me.
So if you're looking for any living trust, any insurance, any financial services, if you have a question and you need an answer to any of it, you better hit up my guy right here. And if he don't have the answer, he already told you he knows somebody that do.
Yes,
So
indeed.
don't lose, man. I tell you right now, every day, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, and you for surely gonna miss it if you sitting on the bench. So you need to get in the game, get the ball, and shoot the rock. You know what I mean? And my last question is, what does breaking impossibilities mean to you?
Man, breaking the possibilities mean that everything they said we couldn't do, we did it. They told me I wouldn't come up, and I did. They told me I wouldn't touch an M, and I did. Surpassed that. They told me I'd be dead before 25, and I'm still here. They told me I'd never be shit, and I'm something. So don't listen to what people tell you is. Prove them different, because can't nobody determine where you going.
And you heard it, man, straight from him. So I want to let y'all know, man, you already know what time it is, man. If you don't already know, I want you to believe in yourself, trust yourself, and love yourself, because anything is possible. This is Breaking Impossibilities, where we use real life stories to help people grow and break those impossibilities. If you can't, we can. Holla at us. We out.
Peace.